What the heck is a U.A.V. Heroclix team? Well, we got that and more coming right up. Mr. Clicksflix is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has a winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is brought to you by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Please visit trollandtoad.com and use the promo code Mr. Clicksflix for 5% off your Heroclix purchase today. Alright guys, today we are going to talk about a very exciting style of Heroclix team. This is one that I really like. It became popular a couple years ago. Oh heck, maybe 5 years ago now that I'm thinking about it. And I called it a U.A.V. style team. That stands for Unmanned Aerial Vehicle. First time I can remember something like that running was Iron Pharaoh from the Invincible Iron Man set, and then also Phantom X from the Wolverine the X-Men set. Ran basically a similar thing. And what this team style is to me is whenever you have a token, a pog, something like that, that's basically orbiting the map, that is basically doing your heavy lifting and your attacking for your team, and your main figures are staying safe and they're staying in the back. This is a really deadly, really frustrating style of team to play against. I believe at the time Iron Pharaoh and Jinx, I think, was the popular barrier figure, because what you want to do is you want to be able to barrier your figures off so that they can't be attacked. So right now we're just on the generic map that I pretty much always use, but we have Iron Man from Earth X set is going to be our U.A.V. figure. Then we have Iron Man from Secret Wars Battle World is going to be our barrier figure, and he also has TK. And then we have Red Leader as a perplex and an outwit, and he also has sidestep, just to lend a little bit of support to our U.A.V. figures. Obviously, if you're going to optimize this team, I'd probably go with an Avengers theme. Use these two figures, run it on the Iron Man mansion map. But for this one, we're just going to go here. So Iron Man has a power where at the beginning of the game, you generate 2 Iron Avengers, and they are placed adjacent. So in this case, we're going to do the Sting and Steel Bow tokens. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we see that our opposing figures are Zatanna, Vulture, and Captain America Resilient. So normally, somebody like Zatanna you'd kind of want to stay away from, because she has that Mystic's team ability. So that deal your character 1 penetrating, unless you had Invincible or something like that. But it's generally something you don't want to do, especially early game, because you don't want to be off your top dial. Whereas with these guys, they're 0 points for all intents and purposes. There is a drawback to this Iron Man, where you got to roll, and I believe it's a 1 or a 2. You got to deal 1 penetrating. But again, if you're running Avengers theme for maximizing this, you're just going to have a Jane Foster back there to heal them up. So it's not that big of a deal. So Steel Bow has a 7 range with sidestep and energy explosion. Sting has a 7 movement with 4 range with running shot. So we're going to count these off in the beginning just to make sure we don't have range to start off with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Yeah, so we don't have range. So what I do in this case is I would sidestep with my red leader to here. I would take a double power action to double perplex up Steel Bow's range by 2. He would then sidestep 1, 2 squares to here, and then that's 2, 4, 6, 8 squares. He can draw a line of fire to Zatanna, at which point you can decide, do you want to use your range combat expert for +2 to attack or +2 to damage. You can do that however you like, and you would do that. You'd make your attack, and he'd get KO'd because of Mystics if he hit, but that's no big deal. Then you could take a power action with Iron Man, and you would have Monolith on the field, at which point you could sidestep 2 squares carrying Red Leader, and then you could sidestep with your Iron Man up to here, and you could barrier all this off so that your opponent can't make a counterattack, which would be really difficult to get around. And then what you would do is your next turn, you'd power action with Iron Man to bring in another steel bow. And then you'd basically just rinse and repeat until your opponent gives up after 45 minutes of not being able to KO anything except for 0-point pogs. Another U.A.V. figure that's out right now that I can think of off the top of my head is Stegron. He's a pretty good one. You guys let me know in the comments below if there's another U.A.V. style figure that you can think of. They're always just fun to run, but this is just a little example of that style of team. You guys let me know what you think of this style of team build, what your preferred U.A.V. style team would be. Really enjoy reading that stuff. You guys come up with some really cool things. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos. That's all I have for you today. As always, please remember this is Uncritical Miss if you don't have probability control.